So Ron's opinion don't matter. Y'all chilling. Because I'm chilling. Yes. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. I got a question. Of course, I got a question. And my question is, why Joe Biden and Kamala Harris couldn't do what we see Trump doing right now? I mean, they made a whole big stink about what they needed Congress to do as it relates to stopping the border crossings, getting these illegals to stop coming across the border. They made all this big stink about, oh, we put a bill in front of Congress, and Trump went in and told them, don't agree to it. Of course, they wanted to pass a bill so they can send more money to Ukraine and steal more United States taxpayer money for bull crap that we should not be supporting. But we all know what that was about. But again, why they couldn't do the job like it was supposed to be done. We clearly see that day one, Trump went in office, shut down that border, did the necessary things that need to be done to make sure that people ain't just running across the border and doing what they want to do in our country. He put a stop to it. Border crossings are down ridiculously right now. Last time I looked, they said border crossings dropped by 93%. I don't know how accurate that is, but when I watch people posting videos about New York and where all of the illegals was hanging out and chilling and doing all this and doing all of that, they walking through the same areas. It ain't none of that happening no more. So my thing is this: why couldn't Joe Biden and Kamala Harris do the same thing when they was in office? They had no intentions of doing it. That's why we know 100% that they wanted this. And as it relates to the news media and all that other stuff, why they didn't check them on it? Like right now, we see Trump shut down the border. We seen Trump send the military down there and do everything necessary as the commander-in-chief, put a stop to the border crossing. It's happening right now. So for 4 years that they have been in office, they gave every excuse in the book about why they couldn't fix it. She was the border czar. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. Kamala Harris was the border czar. She was the border czar. She was in charge of the border. And they made every excuse, and they kept saying it on the news to everybody. Oh, well, border crossing, we need a bill, we need this. And we kept telling everybody, along with myself, you don't need a bill to fix the border. You don't need a bill to fix the border. So what's the difference between Trump and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden right now? I thought you needed a bill. I thought you needed a bill to go through Congress and get all of this stuff done in order to secure the border. What happened to that? That's what I want to know. What happened? Why is it that Trump can get it done, but y'all couldn't get it done? And why isn't the news calling this out? The very thing that Trump is doing right now, securing that border. The very thing that Trump is doing right now is cutting all this illegal immigration happening. All of the stuff that he's doing right now, y'all said on the Democratic side that you needed a bill to do it. That's what they said. They kept saying you need a bill to fix the border. You need the bill. You need Congress to act. You need Congress to act. We need Congress to act. What happened to that? Somebody tell me what happened. Congress ain't act. But yet, as soon as Trump got in, day one, he went to fixing it. So what happened? I thought we needed Congress. Now all the people that was on the Trump side saying that you don't need this, you don't need a bill, you don't need this, and all the people on the Democratic side listen to these lying behind Democrats. Oh, we need to write a bill, and we need to go before Congress, and we gotta get this passed, and we gotta get that passed. And they kept saying that Trump don't know what he's talking about. No, you don't. Now we're here. Now what? I want to hear where y'all excuse at now. All of the people that was on sitting there saying you needed a bill to get passed in order to fix the border, where y'all at now? Why y'all quiet? I thought y'all said that you needed Congress to act. What happened? Why all of these news outlets are not mentioning this part? They quiet about it. They hoping that no one says anything. But Trump got in office, and already he's fixing the problem. So you can't sit there and tell me that y'all couldn't do it. Joe Biden got up there in his mouth, out of his mouth, along with Kamala Harris, said, "Oh, we need Congress to act." So when did Congress act now? When did Congress, y'all tell me, when did Congress act? When did they act? Trump been in office, what, 2-3 weeks? When did Congress when did the bill pass for him to fix the border? When? I don't see none of them talking about this. They not even hollering, they not saying, where's all that at? What happened? If you're on this live, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. I want to know what happened. All of these news outlets, where y'all at now? Why y'all not talking about that part? Y'all made a big deal out of it. That's all I kept hearing. Oh, we need Congress to pass the bill. We need Congress to do this. We need Congress to do that. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. You go, anybody on this live, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I want to know what happened. If we needed Congress to act, what happened? I want to know. All of these people on the Democratic side keep talking all that trash. What happened? What's up, 47? How you doing? How you doing? How's it going? God bless you. I want to know what happened. Now we had 2 to 3 weeks later, Trump is already in office, border getting fixed. He ain't never go to Congress. But none of them are talking about that part. They're not even talking about that part. They're not talking about it. Where every time I turned around, I kept hearing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris talking about, oh, we need Congress to act. In order to get this passed, in order to fix the border, in order to make these decisions, we need Congress to act. Where he at? What happened? I want to know what happened. Why is it that Trump can get in office and actually make it happen? Oh, I know, bro. Believe me when I tell you, I know 100%. And I kept saying that I kept saying there are videos that I put out earlier, and I kept saying, you don't need Congress to fix that border. You're the commander in chief. That's your job. This is to protect the United States. Yes, they are. Your job as commander in chief is to protect the United States of America. You don't need that. You don't need that to do this, put a stop to that. Because the reason why they didn't put a stop to it, because they wanted it. They wanted these people to come over here in this country and terrorize American citizens. That's the reason why I say what I see in the Democratic Party, there's no way I would ever vote for them. I am Democrat until I am Republican until further notice. I don't have no TikTok, bro. I'm not on TikTok, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all don't trust TikTok. Yeah, I don't trust TikTok. I mean, I've had people ask me that, but for some reason, I just don't. It's something just don't sit right with me in TikTok. I never had a TikTok video. I don't have no TikTok thing. I mean, I got it. I'm on X. Yeah, I'm on X, and I'm on True Social. And I'm on Rumble too, but I don't do a whole lot of videos over there. YouTube is my main focus. But again, I just want to know. I I want to know where these people at. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. But all of these people that kept talking about, and I can't count how many times I kept hearing it. Oh, we need Congress. This is how they were defending the Democratic Party. Oh, they had to have Congress got to act. Congress got to act. And then waiting for it. Oh, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pennsylvania. How you doing, Porter? How you doing? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what now? Trump has already done the job, and he's already shipping these illegals out. He's already shut down the border, and he's already teamed up with the governor of Texas and making sure that things are executing the way they should. Border crossings are down 93%. Tom Homan and his crew is out there making things happen, collecting them up and sending them back. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I heard about Al Green wanting to. Go ahead, go for it. Go for it. I like it when people like him come out the woodworks and try stupid stuff like that. That way we know exactly who we not going to vote for. Because if you against anything that Trump has done right now, that means you're not for America. And they running scared right now. Believe me when I tell you, they are all running scared because the more longer Trump is in office and the more they keep digging, the more they starting to expose all of the stuff that's going on right now. Look at all of the money that the media companies been getting from government. Just tell stories and whatever it is they call themselves doing. Look at all the money the media been getting from government. Man, I know people going to still sit there and they're going to still hold on to the bull crap. But that's why I said, I can't believe that the people that voted for Trump I believe it, but we are literally getting exactly what we voted for. And honestly, in some cases, a little extra. Because there's some stuff I wasn't even thinking about. And I'm quite sure some of the people that voted for Trump did not think this way or wasn't even looking at this way. But at the end of the day, I'm so glad he won. I'm glad we won the way we won. And I'm glad that he got the first 4 years of his experience, because when he came back this time, he came back with a lot more experience. And you see that he's not wasting time. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he's executing it right, like bam, 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 bam. You're right. They do. They want a king. What's up, Mike? How you doing? How you doing? God bless you. Thanks. And I'm dead serious. That's why I keep asking people. I'm like, all right, all this time, y'all been saying that y'all needed an act of Congress to fix the border. But where we at now? Border being fixed, Congress didn't even get involved. And this is what I mean by having a president, having a leader that understands that his job is to serve the people, and America should always be first. How you doing, Jory? How you doing? God bless you. America should always be first. If you're an American citizen, whether you born and raised here, whether you came across that border and did it the right way, meaning you migrated here from another country, you went through the process and you did it the right way, you are American citizen. And he is fighting for you too. He is doing the right thing by you. The only people that's a problem is the ones that did not respect the American law enough to say, I'm not going to just sneak over into the country. That's the analogy I always give people is just like somebody just walking inside your house and they did not get invited. That's why we have a border. That's why we have border laws, and that's why we have a process. If you come over here and you want to come, you knock on the door. When we answer the door, we say, what you want? Okay, we need to scrutinize who you are to make sure that you're not here. You're coming over here for the right reasons, not the wrong ones. And are we going to get that 100% correct? No, we understand that that's not going to be 100% correct. But you should not just be allowed to just come over here in your kind of way. Porter, you saying that I'm not one of those people? How so? I'm American. So far, everything that he's done has been beneficial to me. I don't want illegals over here. So that's beneficial to me. Because I see what they've been doing since they've been here. It was an illegal immigrant that set that woman on fire on the train. I'm not okay with that. I know America got its own criminals, but we should only have to deal with our criminals, not other countries' criminals, not even the other countries' people, unless they come over here respectfully the right way. I don't see nothing wrong with immigration. I see everything wrong with you just crossing that border. I think that if somebody wants to come to this country and it means that much to you, do it the right way. Simple as that. And if you just want to come across, it's just like your front door. Most people that don't have a problem with that, I guarantee you that they will not take care of these illegals in their own home. If they say that because they're saying it from a safe space. But most of the people that say they okay with illegals coming over here, then why don't you take the illegals to your house and take care of them and raise them or do whatever it is for these people that you so want over here so badly? Take care of them. You can easily find one and sponsor them. Take them in your house and you let them live your food, live in your house, benefit from all your hard work, and that way the taxpayers don't have to worry about it. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with it because at the end of the day, if I'm an American citizen and I go do something that's against the law, they're going to lock my behind up. If I was to cross that border illegally in some other country, I'll be probably met with hostility and probably end up in their jail. These countries not going to let you just walk in their country without permission. You will end up in their jail. Probably because they're going to think you some type of spy or something. I don't know. That's the way it should be here. You should not be able to just walk across that border. We have a process, use it. We have a process. Use it. What's wrong with that? Why does that seem like it's so complicated to everybody? We have a process, use it. And for so far, Trump being in office has been extremely beneficial to me. Because I don't want these illegals over here. That's number one. I don't want these illegals over here. Number two, I want him to put it into us spending money for all these other countries and we get nothing in return. Zero in return, but we just wasting all this money. I want him to dismantle government. Totally dismantle it as much as possible. I want him to minimize government and maximize our ability to take our money and do what we want to do with it. That's what I want. So everything that I see so far, I'm okay with it. I'm glad that he is disrupting everything in the government. I'm glad that he's pissing people off and making them mad and getting them upset and getting them out here saying what they want to say, because that tells me who you are. Because if you have nothing to hide and you're doing the right thing in government, you would not be mad at nothing that he's doing. You say, no, he's doing his job. He's supposed to do that. We supposed to scrutinize where this money is going. We supposed to scrutinize what they spending our tax dollars on. Yep, that's exactly what I want. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the chaos. Because I refer to him the same way that I referred to the movie Lean on Me. Nobody understood Joe Clark when he went into that school. He went in there, he was causing chaos. He went in, he wanted to, he was causing chaos. So when he went in there, he caused chaos in the movie. Everybody was pissed off at him. Everybody in there was pissed off at Joe Clark in that movie. If you go watch the movie Lean on Me, when they was talking about Eastside High, everybody, when Joe Clark went in there, he pissed off everybody. Everybody was mad. But after a while, once they realized that his heart was in it, and he was really serious about it, and they started getting the results out of that school that they haven't seen before, next thing you know, they threw Joe Clark in jail. Because Joe Clark was doing the right thing by the kids. But what did the kids do when they threw Joe Clark in jail? They said, we're going to give you some money. They said, we don't want a new principal. We want Mr. Clark. Why? Because them kids, even though Joe Clark was a hard-nosed principal, they realized that that man cared more about them than some of them parents even cared. And therefore, they went and marched to get him out of jail. That's not dividing the country. I don't know who you divide. When you say divided, I'm not divided. It's a small segment of people that's pissed off at Trump. You got to remember something. He got a lot of votes. A vast majority of the people that voted for Trump is swept across the United States. A lot of places that normally would have been voted red, majority of them voted blue. A lot of them voted red. That's showing you that the people were sick and tired of what they've seen in the last 4 years. And with listen, when I watch the news, and I don't watch it a whole lot, believe me, when I see what the stuff that they spewing, I realize that they're the ones trying to divide the country, and that's not had nothing to do with Trump. When I say a small segment of people, okay, here's my point. A lot of the black people, since we brought the subject up, a lot of the black people are pissed off at Trump. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. Because they listen to black radio, they listen to people like Al Sharpton, they listen to people like Roland Martin, and they listen to Radio 1 and all of these type of radio stations that spew this information. None of them pay attention to the person that's writing these people's paycheck, which is the white liberals that's controlling them and telling them what to say. Mark my words, I know what I'm talking about. All of them have an invested interest in the fact that they want this money to keep coming in their pockets and they're not earning it. They spewing this information because the white liberal, which is really the KKK, is telling them what they got to say. And they spewing this stuff to get black people pissed off at Trump. That's what they doing, to make you think that Trump is taking something away from you. But here's what the reality of it is. You're talking about population. I'm talking about voters. It's 330 million population in America, but all of those people can't vote. They might have a voice, but they can't vote. And a lot of that's children and babies and everything else. They have no idea what's going on right now. But here's my point to that. The vast majority of people that's talking, you can't say Hispanic because by far a lot of Hispanic people voted for Trump. And black people only make up for 14% of the population. And that's my point. I'm not saying it's not no segment, but the people that are pissed off, they looking like they're bigger than what they are. It's only 14. Black people only make up for 14% of the population. That's it. And here's where a lot of times we make the mistake of following behind the same thing. I can't count how many. Here's my point to that. If I turn around and say, I want to open up a black restaurant, right? I want to open up a black, and I just put black on there. You know what that says? That says I'm going to ignore every race in the world, but I just want black people to shop my store. But if I just open up a restaurant, and regardless of whatever it is, just serve some good food, that means it's open to everybody. And what makes the mistake that we keep making is that we're trying to appeal to 14% and ignoring the possible money that we can make from everybody else. That's the mistake we keep making. And we listen to these idiots, or we need to have black this and black that. No, we need to go get all of this money from everybody just like they're getting it from us. Just like they're getting it from us, we need to go get it from everybody else. America has a lot of money to be made. And why would you ignore a segment of people to appeal to one? If I go make a movie that's a black movie, then I'm only going to appeal for 14%. Maybe a little extra. But if I go make a movie that doesn't matter about color, I'm appealing to everybody. We making the mistake of not taking advantage of everything. because we want to put a color on something to make it look like it's exclusive just to us. But what happens if somebody said this is a white movie? What happened when they were saying this bathroom is whites only? We had a problem with that. We hated that fact that they said whites only. And now we want to try to reverse it and say, oh, this is exclusively for black. Listen, I don't care which way y'all deal with this, but at the end of the day, why would I ignore the whole world, the whole United States, and not make it? If I got a business, I want to sell it to everybody. I'm not black coding anything. It's for everybody that want it. Yeah, what do you mean? Do you not know what the Democratic Party is? The party of the KKK? Or maybe you don't know that. The Democratic Party is the party of the KKK. The Republican Party is the party that actually supported all of the things that black people benefit from today, by far. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. They voted for Democrats. Democratic Party is the party. That's why the Democratic Party was the one trying to keep slavery. That's the reason why they wanted to keep slavery. Yes, the Democratic Party. They were the ones fighting to keep slavery. I don't know who the KKK. I don't even know no KKK members to this day, other than the white liberals that work for the Democratic Party. That's the reason. Listen, the reason why the white liberals that work for the Democratic Party is the KKK is because they use the Democratic Party to keep you killing black babies. They tell you, oh, you should have an abortion. You actually abortion. Who do you see out there abortion clinics promoting abortion? White women, by far more. By far more white women are the ones out there promoting abortion amongst the black community. That's what the KKK got smart and do. They don't make it public no more. They make you think that the other side is the KKK. They're the ones telling you, kill your baby. That's the reason why we still only 13 to 14% of the population, because over 200,000 black babies get murdered every single year because the Democratic Party is the one keep pushing it. And we keep falling for it. And we keep supporting it. See, they're not using lynchings no more. They helping you to self-lynch. Why do you think crime rate in the black community is so bad? Because the Democratic Party makes sure you financially bankrupt all the time. So that you'll be so desperate, you'll be willing. The ones that keep saying that they keep looking at this party, but they're not paying attention to what their party is actually doing. It's the Democratic Party. They've been doing it for years. It's the Democratic Party. They're the ones that are doing it, but they got smart. What they did was they said, we're going to get a few black faces so that way they don't recognize who we really are. And they'll let them do our bidding for us. They got wise and they got smart. I'm sorry. Yeah, something happened and just the feed kind of got messed up. And now that's my point, is that they are the party of the KKK. They just got it hit with a few black faces to make you believe that they care a damn about black people when they really don't. The Democratic Party, we have been supporting them for almost 60 years faithfully, and we are the worst demographic in America right now. Yes. Right. The Democratic Party, you're absolutely right. They the ones want the government. They want government to control your life. That's the reason why they don't even have to campaign for the black vote, because the black vote will automatically support them, even though they have done nothing to help the black community get any better than what they are. The black community right now is still dealing with the same problem we were dealing with almost 50, 60 years ago. And we've been supporting the Democratic Party through it all. And they still got you believing that the Republican Party is the racist, but yet the Republican Party, who is the one who always signed legislation supporting civil rights, supporting black community, supporting it. They the ones did it. But somehow or another, we got away from it. As soon as the Democratic Party offered us some welfare, we was out. The reason why they offer you welfare and housing is to make sure that you stay unmotivated to do it yourself. And as it relates to black jobs, these illegals are taking black jobs. That's the real fact of the matter. Because they keep trying to say, all these illegals over here, they doing it. No, they're not sending these illegals to these rural areas where they farming and stuff like that. Most of these illegals were in the cities where black and Hispanic people live. What do you mean white guy told me that? I was born and raised, spent 99% of my life in North Philadelphia. So what are y'all talking about? It don't take no, listen, I look at the picture. The picture is clear to me. Where all abortion clinics at? Since you don't think I know what I'm talking about, where all abortion clinics at? And who's out there promoting abortion most time? You always see white women out there promoting abortion. You don't see a whole lot of black women promoting abortion. You see white women doing it. You see a lot of white women doing it. Not a hand. You see, you know why? Because the black women are the customers. They're the ones actually having the abortion. The white women are telling you to do it, and the black women are doing it. You tell me in the last 50 years, what has the Democratic Party done to promote families? Since they don't think I know what I'm talking about. What has the Democratic Party done right now to help build the black family? And I'll wait. Welfare destroyed the black family. Public housing destroyed the black family. We don't even have really good jobs in our community. All of those jobs that was in our community, where you had manufacturing and all that other stuff happening in our community, they're gone. They don't even have good training in the schools. They don't have no more wood shop. They don't have no more carpentry, none of that type of stuff that they used to have in the black schools. They don't even know how to do nothing no more. Half of these kids don't know how to work on a car, fix a car, mechanic, nothing. Because we sat back and allowed them to take it away. And that's what they told you. The Republican Party got rid of that? Yeah, okay. That's what they told y'all? No. They decided that they was not going to allow that funding to go that way. It was done before George Bush. So you got to understand something. When they give you federal funding, what happens to the funding when they give it to you? Like right now, let's talk about right now. Philadelphia is getting ready to spend $100 million on drug addicts. Yeah, I get what you're saying about the No Child Left Behind Act. But once that money, my thing is this, Philadelphia is getting ready to go spend $100 million on drug addicts. Why don't they spend that $100 million on the schools? Baltimore and all of these people in there making tons of money. It never makes it to the school. That's the problem. I'm not hurt on the truth. I don't like George Bush. I never liked George Bush. He was an idiot. So I don't know what you're talking about. This had nothing to do with George Bush. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the money that we already have and the federal funding. Why is it that our schools are the ones doing the worst? Philadelphia, if they got access to $100 million, they're willing to spend it on drug addicts, not on the schools. The problem is, everybody keep blaming the Republican or something like that. They never pay attention to Philadelphia has been ran by Democrats by far more than Republicans. Baltimore has been ran by Democrats by far more than Republican. Los Angeles has been ran by Democrats by far more than Republican. Chicago has been ran by Democrats by far more than Republican. So So you want to point out George Bush, but you don't want to pay attention to by far more Democrats that has been running these cities by far more for so long, and we still failing. If they put these people in a black neighborhood, they're going to take your job. And they're going to do it for a whole lot less than you're willing to do it for. That's it. Whether you like it or not, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. How you doing, Melissa? That's what they're going to do. They're going to come and they're going to go in your neighborhood. They're going to do the very same job for a lot less than you're going to do it. Guns come from red states? I don't know, and I don't care where they come from. I love them. I thank God for guns. And that's another thing I have a problem with when it comes to the Democratic Party. My thing is just in the gun laws in the cities. The reason why the guns laws in the cities don't help guns, don't help the citizens at all. Gun laws don't work. They never worked. Never once did a gun law work. That's the reason why all of the tough gun laws that all these places have got more crime than the places that don't have all these gun laws. But yet they will sit there and tell you, oh, we need tougher gun laws to protect citizens. No, you don't. You need to stop letting criminals back out in the street. Well, my thing is this. It has nothing. Listen, I fight for my people, but I'm not fighting in the way that they say I'm going to fight. I love the black community, but what I'm not going to do is participate in the bullcrap that don't get us in your head. That's it. Exactly. Criminals don't follow gun laws. That's the reason why they don't work. What's up, 420? Germany, God bless you. That's the reason why gun laws do not work. They don't help no one. All gun laws do is make it tougher for honest, everyday citizens to find a way to protect themselves and leave you at the mercy of a criminal who's going to have the gun anyway, or a knife, or something else. And with bad intentions, you don't have no way to defend yourself. That's the reason why we have United States Constitution. That's the reason why we had a Second Amendment. And that's why I am a Second Amendment advocate, and I believe that you have the right to keep and bear arms, and you should have the right to keep whatever firearm you want. I don't think the government should not have zero say-so as it relates to firearms. They should be totally out of that business, because the reason why we had the Second Amendment is to protect ourselves from government tyranny. That's why we have it. It's not so much about protecting yourself, even though that's a byproduct of it. The reason why we have the right to keep and bear arms is to protect ourselves from government tyranny. I feel sorry for California. Ain't no way I'll ever move to California. They can have California. They can keep that. I seen their gun laws. I'm good. If I find out the state got tough gun laws, you ain't going to see me there. Because at the end of the day, why are you trying to make it tougher for honest, everyday citizens to be able to protect themselves? That is a clear indication that you as the government don't care about your citizens. Because if you cared about your citizen and you honored the Constitution, government don't have no say so. It says this right shall not be infringed. But yet you see these cities keep trying to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms. But yet they'll keep saying, oh, we need, no. It ain't going to stop criminals. If you could stop criminals, you wouldn't need jails. If all the stuff y'all keep coming up with as far as laws go, you wouldn't need jails. It wouldn't. None of these laws are going to stop criminals from doing criminal stuff. So when the criminal come up to you, by the time the police get there or anyone comes to help, you are left to yourself to help yourself. That's the reason why you should carry a firearm, and you should be able to carry it wherever you want. Because everyday citizens are not out here trying to hurt nobody. They ain't trying to shoot nobody. They ain't trying to kill nobody. It's the criminals that's doing it. But when they write these stupid rules and these stupid laws, it don't affect the criminals at all. It only affects the everyday honest citizen who's trying to preserve their own life. They're not trying to go out here and hurt and kill nobody. They're trying to protect their life. But then you got a government who keeps trying to tell you what you can and cannot have. Why would you even care? You work for us. We don't work for you. That's none of your business what I have. Your job is to do what we tell you to do and do the right thing by the people and protect the country as a whole and do what you job. You ain't supposed to be worrying about who has a gun and who don't. If someone does something wrong with the gun, you deal with them. That's it. And this is the other thing they always spewing in the black community. Oh, you shouldn't have guns. We want gun violence. No. I tell every black person, listen, go learn that Constitution and go get your firearm to protect yourself and your family, especially if you live in a crime-infested neighborhood. Yes, you're right. Never. Especially if you, and I know exactly why you're saying it, but especially if you live in a crime-infested neighborhood. Because here's the point of the matter is, if a criminal comes to do something wrong to you, they're not going to tell you, oh, you know what, I'm about to rob you. But before I rob you, I need you to go ahead and make that 911 call. Why? That way the police, and I'll wait for the police come here before I decide to take what I'm going to take from you. Does it see how that works? But if you carry a firearm, if you have one with you, there's a good chance you might be able to protect yourself in that situation, because the police will never be able to get there fast enough, and neither is a criminal going to let you make that call to get it done anyway. Where you need seconds, it's going to take them minutes to get there. And that's the truth of the matter. So if you live in the hood, you live in where you're a crime fest, go get your firearm and stop letting these politicians tell you what you can and cannot have, because they don't care about you. If they cared about you, they would tell you the same thing. That's why I'm telling you, in order for you to protect yourself, go get your firearm. Go get you two. Learn how to use it and be efficient with it. Very efficient. Because if you get in a situation where you think somebody's about to carjack you or rob you or something like that, just the fact that they see you pull out and see the gun already put them on alert that you're prepared to protect yourself. But if you don't do that, what's going to end up happening is they're going to take advantage of you, because that's what they're looking for, opportunity. Yes, you're right. Andrew, God bless you. Andrew Jackson, God bless you. You're absolutely 100% correct. I agree with you. If you on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I love it when I get on people come on here, and I love it when they give me dialogue. I don't need everybody to agree with me, and I don't need, that's what I love about this. I love when I have people that disagree with me, might not agree with my perspective about something, and that's okay. I'm good with that. I love y'all anyway. I'm not angry. I might sound I'm hollering a little bit or whatever the case may be, but that don't mean I'm mad. I'm not upset. I'm not bent out of shape. It's just the way when I get on the live, sometimes I get, I ain't gonna say riled up, but I get excited, because I love what it is I love the dialogue. I get excited. And here's the thing. I appreciate y'all. Even the ones that don't agree with me, I really do. God bless y'all. I pray for y'all, and I hope that all is well with y'all. I really don't have no beef with y'all. I agree with the fact that I'm glad that y'all come on and give me y'all perspective. And it doesn't matter if I agree with you or not. So don't ever think that the way I'm coming off is if I'm mad or if I'm upset or, I feel some kind of way about it, because I really don't. I mean, I really do. And I appreciate it. And I love it when y'all come back. Sometimes I see some of the same names that I've seen before. And I'm glad that they don't always agree with me. I'm glad, because there are times I might look on him like, man, you know what, man? And don't think that what y'all say get ignored. Because sometimes I'll go back and think about what somebody said, and just so I know that maybe my perspective might actually be wrong. I've changed my mind about a lot of stuff. So don't ever think that I don't see what y'all saying and I don't appreciate what y'all saying. I appreciate it. I really do. You're right. You're right, Melissa. God bless you. Yes, you're right, Melissa. I agree with you. We're supposed to have our rights. That's what we need. The problem is when this is the reason why censorship to me is a problem. When you censoring people and not letting everybody get everybody's perspective, that's where the problem lies. Because then everybody's walking around ignorant because the government censor what you can say and what you can't say, and now everybody's not getting the full picture. I don't have to agree. Jason, what's up? How you doing? God bless you. Oh, you missed a lot. Oh, we was all over the place, Jason. I'm sorry. But it started out on why Trump, why did the way the conversation started, that is Kamala Harris and Joe Biden did not, what they kept spewing the fact that they needed to write a bill in order for them to make changes or protect the border. You get what I'm saying? That's where we started at. And I said, well, why is it that Trump and now is able to correct and fix the border, which is what he's doing, without a bill? And that was where we started. But then we ended up on the Second Amendment. Like Melissa said, we ended up talking about the Second Amendment, which again, now here's the thing. When you think about all these people that came over that border and we see all the crime and stuff they committed, and I'm not saying every single one of them, but some of them did. A lot of them did. Now, why wouldn't you not take advantage of the Second Amendment, make sure you got the right to keep and bear arms? Because you see that they flooding all these criminals over here. You at that point, you should be like, man, I'm gonna go get me 5 guns, and I only got 2 hands to hold them. You get what I'm saying? So that was where we was at, Jason. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm blessed, man. I'm good. God is good. I'm thankful. I'm grateful, man. Life is wonderful, and nothing perfect. Hey, Jason, you made me laugh, man, because it was like, what I missed. And I have an imagination sometimes, man. And in my mind, it was like everybody in the party, having a good time. And then you just kind of, somebody show up like, hey, what I miss? So that's where my head went at with it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. That eagle back there this is actually a flag. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but it's hard to tell because I put it up there so tight, it almost looks like a mural. But it's actually a flag. What was it? I forget the place. I think it was Flagwitz I ordered that from. But when I seen it, I was like, oh, I gotta have it. I think it was Flagwitz I ordered from. But how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? We having a good time. We having a real good time. We having a wonderful time, man. We going back and forth. We talk about a whole lot of different stuff, but that's where the conversation started at. What are my thoughts on school shootings? Oh, man, you opened up one right there. There. All right. This is my thoughts. And I always got to be controversial for some reason. But my thoughts is this. If we got money to send, if we sending billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, then we should have 5 to 6 police officers at every school in America. That's my thought. Armed security, armed police, trained police officers. I'm not even going to say security. I would prefer that we have armed, trained, well-trained police officers, or we should have well-trained military servicemen at every school in America at all times. That's my take on it. And we should 100% fund it and make sure that their salaries are that they good right where they're at financially. That's my take on it. I don't have no other perspective but that. That way, if anyone decides they want to go to a school and do something stupid, I think they should get lit up. That's where I'm at. My thought is I want to 100% protect the children. Now, as it relates to should teachers have and stuff like that, I got mixed emotion about that. But I think that if you're well trained and your heart is in the right place, you'll be willing to die to make sure these kids are good. Wow. So how did she end up with a mail-in ballot That's crazy. How'd she end up with a mail-in ballot if she wasn't a citizen yet. Am I reading that right? Hold up. Yeah, you're right, Melissa. They are like sitting ducks with no guns on. I agree. You're right. That's why, here's the thing. That's the reason why I say at the end of the day, when as it relates to the Second Amendment and as it relates to school shootings, we would listen. I guarantee you that if you had intentions to go to school and you knew that there was these type of people there, you would not. You ain't gonna do that. I'm being honest. I think we should have. When I say we should have the best of the best at the schools. Now, here's my point. If we got people like the Navy SEALs and stuff like that, when they get ready to retire, that's exactly what they should go do. Snipers and all that. That's exactly where they should go work. Oh, wow. And that's, that's where I'm at. That's the way I feel about it. Like, I just, like, the kids should be able to go to school and learn. They should not have to be worrying about is somebody going to lose their mind and come up there and try to take their life out of there. And my thing is this, to say, when you look at kids, and they say, oh, it's going to look it's not going to look good. Listen, you ever seen a police officer pull up around kids, especially in the ghetto, in the hood? They will flock around a police officer that's walking up the street and have a conversation with them. Never once did they feel unsafe around police officers, nor are they going to feel unsafe around military men. So that the fact that they even spew that stuff out is something wrong with y'all. Yeah, they would. They would probably, you're right, they probably would volunteer. But that's just my take on it. If that's the way I would go with it. I would make sure we had the best of the best at the schools. Oh, okay, Melissa, I seen they tried to, but my thing is this, and I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying, Melissa, but my thing is this, cameras don't stop people from doing bad stuff too. It just tells you what happened. That's the reason why when somebody's saying about how I feel about school shootings, I don't like it. I hate the fact that we even have the conversation that it happens. But all right, we know that it can happen. We know it has happened, and it's happened more than once. And I agree with that too. Bulletproof glass. I didn't even think about that one. That's a good idea, Melissa. I agree. And don't say y'all can't afford it. That's bullcrap. You can't afford it because I guarantee. Listen, you go to a Chinese store in the hood, they can afford bulletproof glass. So if they can afford bulletproof glass and other things, why can't y'all? And it should be. And I think it should be more than one. Unless you got some little small, like a daycare school, but I think that every school in the United States of America should, and I said I should have at least 4 to 5 police officers. Honestly, I'm really at 10. I'm trying to be a little financially realistic. This is just me. If I was the president of the United States of America, I literally will go to every state, find out what we need to do, put together a budget, and I will make sure that it has continuously funding to make sure that we have 4 to 5 police officers or military men or somewhere along the line of that. And my thing is this. We already have a military budget, right? So why not say, you know what? We're not even going to use a police officer. Let's go get our military, fighting men that's ready to go. A small portion of them are not actually going to go fight wars. Their job, number one job, is going to be to protect the schools. That's it. And I'm not talking about like the younger military ones that's going there. I'm talking about the ones that's maybe on their way out to retirement and they are, they good. Like mentally they good. Like they not, I know some people have a lot of stuff they go through in the military. I know military people and I know they go through a lot. But the ones that coming out there and they good mentally and everything good with them, that go, they should be able to go right into, if they want to, protecting the schools. And I guarantee you, like, I think it was Melissa that put that up there, they probably would be 100% ready to do it. And they probably wouldn't care about so much about what they're getting paid. They'd be like, man, if I could live, if I had enough money to take care of myself and I didn't have to take a pay, they probably wouldn't. They'll be just glad to do it. So nowhere in the world you can tell me that y'all care, these politicians care about the schools when we're having this conversation, but yet that's not there. That should have been, soon as that happened, we should have already had that in place. We should not have been spending billions of dollars to Ukraine when we got this problem like that in America. That billions and billions of dollars that we sent to Ukraine, we could have funded we could have had police officers at every school in America and actually gave them 6-figure salaries. But nobody did the math on that one. But I did. Yeah, they gotta be crazy. I know in some countries that do that in places. I didn't know New England. Wow, they got a knife. My thing is they just chose a different weapon. Okay, you're not gonna let me have guns, and we'll just start stabbing everybody up. And if they start banning knives, guess what? They're gonna find another weapon. What's gonna happen is you're gonna have a hammer epidemic. Next thing you know, they're gonna find hammers and start hammering people to death. A person that have bad intentions, if they don't have access to this weapon, they can't find this weapon, they're going to use what they want to use. Because it has nothing to do with the weapon. It has everything to do with the mentality of the person. And that's real talk. But if you give your citizens the right to keep and bear arms, and they come walking up with that knife, you can put a stop to that before that knife get to you. Or before that knife get to someone else. But what you going to do? Wow. So they went from, was it always like that, Melissa? Like, did they just at some point decide to stop having people having guns and then it just shifted to a knife problem where it probably was a gun problem once? I don't know. I'm not even sure about that. That's crazy. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. If you're not sure about how to hit the like button, you know, there's some little 3 dots up there. If you hit that, you'll see the like thing pop up, and then you can just hit the like button. Some people hit the heart thing. I think that works too, but if it's the 3 dots up on your screen, just hit that, and then the like thing will show up, and then you just hit the like button. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's what I was wondering. Like, I wonder how that worked. Oh, yeah. But if you want this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. But that's how I feel about it. If you want to, if you can't say as a politician that you care about these kids and you want to prevent school shootings, and then in the same tongue, when someone talk about putting armed security there, you want to go against that. That at that point, you're saying you want the kids to get hurt. Like, here's my point. When you start talking about car accidents, and then we put legislation for people to have car seats in the cars for babies at some point until they get old enough where they don't need a car seat no more. Why? To try to protect the life in hopes that it would preserve the life. That's why we have car seats. So if you know that there's a good potential of a school shooting happening again, why not you use the military as a deterrent? If you're going to try it, you better find somewhere else to do it, but you ain't going to do it here. Because the minute you know there's armed military there, now you don't want to be bothered with that. I'm dead serious. That's how I feel. You can't say the kids of the future if you're not valuing them enough to make sure that they're good and they're safe. But if I was president, that's exactly what would happen. Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure if that's on Trump's mind or not. I don't know. I mean, he got 4 years, and I don't think he might have it in his mind. But if I was a president, that's exactly what I would do. I would be trying to find money to put that into play and make sure it stay into play. Even listen, at the end of the day, I guarantee you we got and right now they cleaning house with the federal, with the government and all of these FBI and the CIA and stuff like that. All right, cool. Some of that money. Now, honestly speaking, because from what I understand, a lot of these FBI agents they be in the office all the time. Well, if they are in this office all the time, they're good. Y'all go down to the schools and protect the schools. Might not be able to do all of them because they ain't enough, but we should be protecting these students and these schools at all times. That's if you're going to spend some tax dollars, that's where it should be more. We shouldn't be spending tax dollars to help news people to tell us a bunch of bull crap that we don't know. Most of the time they're lying now, but most of the time they're lying, but we don't know what to trust. If you got that type of money, spend it where it counts. You know how much more comfortable these kids will be in school knowing that they're safe like that? Some of these kids are probably, they hear this stuff on the news and they probably go to school and don't ever tell nobody that they worry that this might happen. But if they see a military and they see uniformed people out there ready to roll just in case something happens, they ain't going to think about what nobody coming in at that point. RJ, what's up? How you doing? God bless ya. They wouldn't be worrying about these school shootings. These kids will be in school, ready to, hopefully a lot of them probably would do better in school, you ask me. I think that these kids would be doing better in school if they know that if they knew that the military is outside and, patrolling the area, they already know that they're not going, they'll feel more comfortable. What's up, Donald? How you doing? They'll probably feel more comfortable. I know, Donald. Peace, my brother. How are you? Yeah, they would probably feel more comfortable in school if they knew that there was some military or police officers, enough of them, not one, but because some of these schools are large and they got a lot of, a lot of footage to ground to cover. So that's why I say we should have at least 4 or 5, depending on the school, maybe a little higher. We should have them there. Yeah, that's what we should have. That's what we should have. Real talk. Real talk. That's what we should have. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. And I personally think that's what we should have. I personally think we should have it in every single school. Dead serious. That's how I feel. Yep. Yes, we do. We protect the president, and he got protection. A lot of these politicians got protection, and I don't care who they are as president. The kids deserve more protection than y'all. And if you don't like it, oh well. That's just my opinion. But if we got money to protect presidents and all these crooked politicians, then I feel as though America ain't that bad. We got some stuff with us, but it ain't really that bad. It got a lot of great things about America. Like, I love my country. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, honestly speaking, a lot of people, let America sometimes get a lot of negativity. And when I was growing up, I heard a lot of horror stories, but I had to start looking back myself and check myself like, what are you complaining about? It really isn't that bad. You got to do whatever you want to do just about whenever you want to do it. I don't know about that one. You mean as far as putting police officers in the schools? Yeah, I know that. I mean, I got an idea what it would cost yet, and I don't care. Here's the thing. We spent a ton of money in America on everything that did not benefit America. Yeah, I know they have most of them having police officers, but I think we should have more. That's it. Yeah, America wastes so much tax dollars on bullcrap. The money is already there. I guarantee you that the money is already there. The money is already there. It's just you have to stop funding stupid stuff. If you look at the stuff that America spends money on, like here's my point. The whole situation where they were trying to spend $50 million on some condoms over in, I forget what country that was. That right there in itself. You have no idea how glad I am. I'm so grateful and thankful to God that Kamala Harris did not win this election. I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know if anybody went back and watched the full interview, like the uncut version, the real uncut version of her, and how they chopped it up and made it into something. All I know is there's no way. There's no way. I'm so grateful she did not win. I mean, I would have never voted for her. I already knew who Kamala Harris was prior to this election. First of all, I knew who she was when she was in California. I didn't know her personally, but I'm talking about I know her reputation in California, and it wasn't the greatest. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. And I wouldn't, she could have never gotten my vote. I'm sorry. Me personally, no. She's not getting my vote. She never got my vote. But I'm glad that she did not win this election. Yeah, it's like if you go back to a lot of my old videos, because I don't usually take videos down. I just leave them up there. And I don't like edit none of my videos. If you hear me do a video, I'll leave all my mistakes and everything in there. It don't matter. I don't try to make them perfect for nobody. But I can't tell you how many times I've said she was clueless. She's empty upstairs. There's a whole lot missing up there. And a lot of time people got to offended. Oh, you know, I know what I'm talking about. You know, when someone starts to laugh all the time, and that's what she was good for, laughing. And doing that laughing. Usually when someone laughs for no reason like that and just drag the laugh out, is because at that point, you know that little bouncing ball is just bouncing around in her head, and she's searching for an answer for something because there's nothing up there. It's empty. So it just starts swirling around trying to find something, and that's why she'll start laughing. That's why I'm so grateful and thankful she did not win. Because it would be more the same of Joe Biden, and in most cases, worse. Real talk. It would have been worse. Because she's so empty upstairs, they would have been able to manipulate her by far more than Joe Biden. The power structure would have been able to manipulate her and tell her what to do and how they wanted to do it by far more than Joe Biden would have. Because she really is clueless. See, this is why they don't like Trump, because Trump is not that type. He's not a pushover. And that first 4 years, he was a little confused about a lot of stuff. Now he in there like, he went right to work. He's being efficient about what he's doing. So she's empty upstairs. Kamala Harris, I'm so thankful. I don't even know. I can't imagine. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Man, we wouldn't have no borders. And Kamala Harris was in office and she would have won that election, we would not have no borders. At that point, you might well just take all the locks off your doors, all the locks off your windows. It would have been anarchy in America. That's what it would have been. What's up, Jesus? Jesus loves you. I like that. I like that. It would have been anarchy in America. If that woman would have won, it would have been a nightmare. It would have been a nightmare. I would have had to take every dollar I have and just load up my ammunition, and I probably would have had to quit my job and just sit there and protect myself and my family and those I care about, because That's where I would have probably. That's what my mind would have went to. Yeah. Guess what? Trump was a Democrat at one point too. A lot of people. I don't know if people know that. People don't. I don't think people realize that Trump was. He was actually a Democrat. And if you look at a lot of old pictures, like Al Sharpton and them got a problem with him, but they didn't have a problem with him when he was yes, Trump and Vance, you're right. Al Sharpton and all of these people that seem to have a problem with him, all of these people, if you look back, you see him with pictures with all of them. With all of them. Now, actually, he wasn't. Like, he was winning, but he wasn't winning. And he was with him. If you see him, he got pictures with him and Muhammad Ali, with Al Sharpton, with Oprah Winfrey. All of these people, they was all cool. They all was like, oh, we love Trump, we love Trump, we love Trump, we love Trump. I can't count how many times I've seen these people. Oprah Winfrey I can't count how many times she said of her mouth, oh, I want to be like Trump. I want to do this like Trump. A lot of these rappers he used to hang out with, he had black girlfriends. He had, Trump banged with the black community a lot. And here's the thing, when people, if you go back and you look at a lot of the old fights, like Vander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and a lot of these fights and stuff like that, these big name fighters in the heavyweight division, they always fighting under the Trump card. If you look in the ring, in the middle of the ring, it said Trump. That was Donald Trump. He was finding a way for a lot of these people to make money. He was making money, but they were making money too. And what I don't know, my thing is this, is that they were trying to paint him out to be a racist and all this stuff. I'm like, y'all can't. So y'all just going to erase all of that black history amongst the black people with him. And now all of a sudden he a racist because he decided to run for president as a Republican? Y'all mad at him? What difference did that make? Y'all always cool with him, bang with him. He done donated to some of y'all campaigns and all types of stuff. Jesse Jackson ran for president before. Donald Trump supported his campaign. Yes. The whole Diddy list was supporting the Democrat. And you're right. And so my point is, at some point, I don't know what happened. I can't speak to that. But he was a Democrat for years. And that's why I said y'all not even making sense. Y'all keep calling him racist. I'm like, all this stuff he was doing for black people. And now all of a sudden he a racist. Nelson Mandela, he funded him to come over here. The government said they weren't doing it. Trump paid for it. All of these things he's done. Got awards for his helping the black community, but what they'll do is they'll find one story, but not the whole story, just part of the story, and they'll try to spew that on there to try to make him look like the enemy. Yeah, you're right. In the 90s, they was begging him to run for president, but he didn't want to do it because he said it. He said it would. He said, if I did it, it'll be unpopular. Yeah, it's nuts. But see, this is what y'all got to understand. And when I look at it, I kind of look at it like, yeah, I know 100% Trump ain't Jesus Christ. But when you look at Jesus Christ, when he was walking the earth and he was preaching the good news of the gospel, people hated him because he was talking truth to the point where they put him on the cross. To the point where they put him on the cross. Whether you believe it or not. Now, I believe it. I'm 100% believe it. But regardless of that, but even if you take Jesus Christ out the equation, let's look at Martin Luther King. Civil rights movement, trying to do the right thing by the people. Killed him. Malcolm X, trying to do the right thing by the people. Kill him. Anytime you have somebody like that that's actually telling the truth and really trying to do the right thing by the people, Satan mad. So he gonna go find who he can use. He's going to go find who he can use. And that's what he's going to do. And I'm not saying that Trump is anything close to who Jesus Christ or any one of these people. But my point is, you always got to pull yourself out of the picture and look at it as a whole. Usually when somebody's trying to do the right thing by people, they're met with extreme hostility. And that's historically. And that's what ends up happening. And that is what ends up happening. And what ended up happening in this case, they didn't like him, so they tried to do everything they can do, and the playbook doesn't change. It don't change. The first thing they do is they try to smear your name. The playbook don't change. Then they try to indict you or try to find them some way to put you in jail, smear your name, and do all this other stuff. And that's what ended up happening. But I'm sorry, people. I just realized I got to go. I really have to go. I didn't realize the time. God bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I appreciate y'all here. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be Freestyle Friday. Sometime later in Friday, I'll be back. Please come hang out with a brother. Please come chill with a brother. Let's have some more dialogue. I appreciate y'all very, very much. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Make sure y'all make Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. Peace.